Okay, welcome to you all in this online class. Dear student, today we have to discuss about one main topic: television channels, balanced and impartial. I mean, the media should be balanced and impartial. What does it mean? It means that media should report the facts of any issue in balanced way, means merit and demerit both should be highlighted equally. Nothing should be hidden in course of telecasting or broadcasting or publishing any topic. That is called balanced report or balanced news. Is it clear? What happens generally, the media highlights only the positive points, only the merits of anything, and it hides the negative aspects or its other sides of aspects, so that sometimes people are cheated, exploited, or keep incomplete information. That is always harmful, right? And next is what? Impartial. Impartial means not favor to anyone unnecessary, right? It should be impartial means genuine, just, not favor to anyone without rhyme or reason or unnecessary or illogically or impractically. What I want to say, you have seen or you have listened the news on various channels. There are some channels who blindly supports the present government, right? Who says about the government, who expresses, who highlights any topic, any programs, any steps taken by the government blindly. Only their better points are highlighted, only the positive aspects are highlighted, and what are its dark side, what are its negative aspects are not highlighted. So this is called partiality. This is not the impartiality. But what should be the media? Media should be impartial. All the positive, negative aspects, all the merits and demerits, pros and cons are highlighted, should be highlighted among the people. And it should be left on people to decide. Let them to create the just opinion, better opinion regarding the government, regarding any issues, any topic, any programs, any schemes. That is why it is written here, television channels should be balanced and impartial. And if it happens so, if in a country television channels are balanced and impartial, it controls the government to do any wrong work. It restricts the government to be rude, to be unrestricted. It brings peace, progress, happiness in the nation. Maximum problems are solved by the government in case of impartial impartiality of television channels or media, right? So this is the fact which is described here. Actually, what happened, sometimes what happened, the government brings censorship. Censorship is a process in which media is restricted to publish any report that is unfit, right, for the society, for the betterment, but sometimes it is misused. Or it is misused if any news channel, if any newspaper, any magazine, any editor writes the fact that is against the government's interest, against the political party or government, they do not allow to publish it by bringing censorship over them. So this is not good. Let the media to keep all the facts in proper way among the people. In British India, a Gazing Act was passed, right, in 1857, that is described in your book, according to which no news reporters were allowed or newspaper was allowed to publish any article against the government. Actually, it was the restriction over the freedom of speech. But in our free India, it should not be done. Now, next, here you are seeing the different channels. Now, it gives us, it is a means of our media. Now, next important thing is what? Right to information. Actually, this act was passed in 2005, right? It is an extended form of right to freedom of speech, right to freedom. What happens under this right? Any person can ask for the region or all the reports, information about any programs, schemes, or work done by the government officials or done by any people funded by the government. He can ask for the information, the region. Actually, this is very important political instruments in the hand of the people, because any people can know what is happening in the country and what things are, how many expenses are done in proper way by making any construction work or by in any construction work or any work. Earlier, what used to happen, people had no right to know. So many officials, many contractors used to show more money as an expense, and they used to keep all the money in their pockets. And the work was shown only on paper. Suppose if any public building is to be built or was built, very less amount was expensed, rest amount was kept in pocket, and they used to show the adequate amount of the expense on the paper. This was a corruption. And people had no knowledge and no right to ask for the region or the ask for the watcher or ask the region how many, or had no right to get all the information from the person, from the contractor and officials about their expenditure. But according to the right to information, we all have right to know, except some exceptional cases. Actually, this is closely related with our basic rights It was passed due to the demands of the mini organization. About one organization, it is written here, later on we discuss. According to this act or right, any person may request information from public officers or authority. You can ask about any programs launched under DM, district magistrate. You have right to know about all the information. Right? Ayush Kumar 7B, don't take lunch just now. You are seen by all the students. Stop it, please. Later on, you will take better. Wait for 5 minutes. Now, next is, and if it is very urgent, switch off your video option and you can take if it is necessary. Any person may request information from public officers and authority. Next, it is necessary to reply within 30 days. If you have asked for the information from any officer and if he or she is delayed more than 30 days, he or she can be punished by the court, because it is the rule that such persons, officials, must have to answer the question under RTI within 30 days. What is the advantage of it? It helps the people to get information. It brings transparency and accountability. Transparency means you can see what the government is doing, and government can also know what are happening on the ground. And it makes the government accountable, responsible, because our government is of the people. So government is accountable, responsible to the people. Government is accountable to solve all the problems of the people, common problems of the people. And this right helps a lot. So in this way, this is the right to information and its importance. Now, to know broadly about it, one more slide I have given to you. Here it is there. Now, here you see right to information means. Right to information means right to inspect works. Right? If any public work is going on in your surrounding, in your locality, by a contractor, under any officials, you are not only the silent spectators. तुम सिर्फ देखने वाले ही नहीं हो, तुम जानने वाले भी हो. You can ask everything from the contractor as well as to the officers what are happening here. Now, how many rupees is to be spent? What is the quality of the materials? How many rupees are paid to the workers and artisans? Everything you can ask. So and you can inspect, you can see, is the construction work up to mark? Is every material of good quality? If not, you can complain and the work can be stopped. So here under this right, anyone can inspect works, documents, I mean paper and records. Take notes. आप नोट्स ले सकते हैं किसी गवर्नमेंट से. आप अगर लिख के देंगे तो गवर्नमेंट को लिख के आपको देना पड़ेगा उसका आंसर. एक्सट्रैक्ट निकाल सकते हैं कहीं से आप. Certified copies of the documents and records. Take certified samples of materials. जो मटेरियल यूज हो रहा है वो भी आप एज ए प्रूफ रख सकते हैं. ऐसा करने से क्या हो सकता है, कोई भी कॉन्ट्रैक्टर, कोई भी ऑफिशियल गलत काम करने से डरता है. They are afraid to do such illegal work. Next, access to information in the following forms. Print outs आप ले सकते हैं, डिस्केट्स ले सकते हैं, फ्लॉपीज, जो फ्लॉपीज होता है कंप्यूटर में, टेप्स, आप टेप कर सकते हैं बात, वीडियो कैसेट्स ले सकते हैं, एंड अदर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मोड में आप सफिशिएंट इंफॉर्मेशन ले सकते हैं. एंड एक्चुअली इट हेल्प्स अ लॉट टू द पीपल टू चेक द करप्शन. नाउ व्हाई आरटीआई ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ राइट्स, दोनों क्यों है जरूरी और क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव है, बेसिक एम क्या है, आपके बुक में इस तरह नहीं दिया हुआ है. मैं इस फैक्ट को क्लियर करने के लिए आपको ये स्लाइड आई हैव सेट इन दिस, these facts have been set in this slide. It empowers the citizen, right? It makes the citizen powerful, because there are many citizens, many people for whom many schemes and programs are launched by the government. They are not in advantageous state. Why? Because they have no information, no knowledge. Earlier, the government officials also did not used to say about the things to the people. After asking about the schemes and programs, but under this RTI, they cannot do it. And people can learn about their schemes and programs that is for their betterment. And in this way we see these rights have made the citizen powerful. To promote transparency, पहले भी मैंने बताया ट्रांसपेरेंसी होता है इन गवर्नमेंट के लिए. गवर्नमेंट ने whatever the government has launched the program for the better on the people, people can know, and what is going on the reality, officials as well as the people can know. So in this way all the facts are there. The same things, accountability, content corruption, I mean stops corruption, make democracy work for the people in real sense. It inform the people about the government activities, to keep the necessary vigil on the, I mean strict eye on the instruments of the governance. So these are the basic objectives. Now importance of media for government. It is a watchdog in democracy. Watchdog क्या कहते हैं? Watchdog means a person, a organization that keep watch, right? Whether the goods and works are going on in proper way or not. Nothing wrong should be happen. If it is happening, it informs the government. So it is, media is called watchdog. It is called watchdog because it keeps the government active and public involved. It draws the attention of the public also regarding different issues. Watchdog means a person or organization that watch the activities of government to check them to be unlimited power holder. Media should be selective. I mean, it should select the important issues first. For example, problems of drinking water, lack of drinking water, public sanitation, right? So many things are there, right? Clean drinking water, lack of health facilities, crime and violence, illiteracy, female infanticide, all these things are there. So these things should be selected. A democracy without a free media is like a car without wheels. Without wheels, a car cannot move. So as without media, a democracy cannot function, cannot run, cannot be successful. Okay. Now, I'm going to unmute you all. And again, please, you all open your video option.